So, we'll be discussing the great philosophical statement that has caused many an argument on forums, blogs, and plagued many YouTube comments. You get what you pay for. So, as you can see, we'll be talking about auger bits here. On top, it is a GreenLee 7/8, and underneath it is the Harbor Freight 1-inch, which comes in a 6-piece kit. The GreenLee by itself is $10 and more, and the 6-piece Harbor Freight currently is $12.49. I believe I bought it when it was like $11.99 at the time, and that's without a coupon. So you can use a 25%, and it can go much lower than that. So as you can see, one of these didn't make it, and it's the GreenLee, which is a brand that is known for electrical tools and supplies, and substantially way more per bit if you were going to try to match what you can get at the Harbor Freight. So we'll just have a quick look, I guess. I mean, the main thing right here, you can see 7/8 GreenLee, and you can see that shaft is completely gone, and there's very little scratches because, well, it only made it onto its second hole, barely. And as you can see, the quick hex, or whatever you want to call this, is gone, completely sheared off, as well as its pilot bit. And as you can see right there, there's a little bit of damage, and that damage is not from hitting a screw or a nail. This is from having to come from the top, because this did pierce at least through the 2x4, and it was just really stuck, and this had already been broken off, so I had to kind of give this a little push down back through the 2x4 to give it some action so I could twist this with a vice grip out. And you can see, I mean, all the edges and the gullets, I mean, it's like brand new, because it is. I mean, it barely made it to a second hole. And on the, well, there, it rolled away. I mean, as you can see, much more better machining on that one. And this one, you can see a ton of scratches, a ton of damage, and no twist, and it's holding up just fine. And this one, you can see, it's nasty. The Harbor Freight has got nasty machining. It is rough. It'll get the job done. That's its main purpose. And look, the pilot bit is still working. And I have a video of me using these. I didn't do a video of like probably about 100 holes I've made of this already. It is starting to get dull, and that's to be expected. This is not a professional grade tool. It's not going out to make, a ton of money as a contractor doing 100 houses. But on this one, I'm not saying that's the same case either, because I can already know. Someone can make the argument that, GreenLee is not the best. There's more expensive ones out there. But again, this is not advertised as a DIY brand. And while marketing, is suspect on all this stuff, still, this particular brand is from where I'm aware of, never been marketed as a do-it-yourself brand, especially since they're marketing to electricians, which is not a DIY market. While you can decide to do it yourself, like I have, it is just not something that's catered to as much. So, again, I mean, I know I'm going to hear different arguments, and I know it's going to be, well, you just love Harbor Freight, whatever, and you're right. I do, and this kind of proves it to me. This thing is on sale right now for like $10, but this thing can run up to $14, $17 for a single bit. That's, I expected this to outperform and outlast all of the Harbor Freight ones, and there's no purpose. Cause I mean, if I was to be dishonest, I could wreck a bunch of these Harbor Freight ones, and then just warranty them out, and say that they failed, and I could just be abusing them, and everything else. And you know, this one's not so easy to warranty, if at all. And again, you know, they'll say, I don't know, that you did something to it, especially with that twist. But this is on its second hole. That's it, second hole, and this much damage. And I used it on a Porter cable impact. It's I don't remember its rating, but it's not the strongest one. It's not a 18 volt fuel or 20 volt or whatever it is, or anything like that. I mean, like I said, I have a video on these of just me drilling through a couple of cedar and pine studs. Did a great job for what it's for. Does it make the cleanest holes? No, not really, but it's fine. It's rougher, but it still does a nice job. So again, I'm sorry I'm rambling. It just bothers me when, you know, there's so much crap given for Harbor Freight, and that comment of you get what you pay for, and yet when you go and you do, this completely fails, and then the only excuse to be given is that either you had a bad bit, or, oh, well, GreenLee doesn't make the best one. So then who makes the best one? They market to professional electricians who are doing this specific job that I'm doing. And you're going to tell me that this is not the benchmark. Fine. If that's the game you want to play, then how much each bit needs to cost before we reach the point of you do get what you pay for? Because like I said, this bit alone cost the entire set of the 6. But there is a ROI that happens. As long as this is made at the proper specifications of hardness, this will do the job. Apparently, this one was not. Example of, you know, that statement isn't true. This is not my first encounter with this type of situation. I had a video about some boots that I did that kind of showed that, and that vendor, that manufacturer turned up and they made it right, and they gave me a much better set of boots, and those have done way better. That's just my little rant about the whole you get what you pay for statement that happens. So that's all I had to say, and all right then, I'll see you next time, and thanks.